Good morning to everybody. I have with me today a very lovely young lady. I was supposed to interview a couple of months ago, but better late than never. Everybody, please welcome Miss Sofia Frank.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, Sophia. So, how are things with you?
They're good. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. So, it's been a busy couple of past weeks for you. So, are
Yes.
you a bit relieved now that well, a bit in the sense that I know that you're gonna train again, right?
Yeah, a little stress has been taken off, but I have Finlandia trophy next week, so
Oh,
I'm just preparing for that.
oh, how are things going along with that?
Pretty good. Training's been pretty well, so I'm excited.
All right. So you fell short in Nebelhorn, right? But we all know that the competition is tough. Can you share with us how was that experience for you?
There was definitely a lot of learning experiences from that competition. I it was such an amazing opportunity going there and competing for the Philippines, so I'm really happy about that. They weren't my best skates, but I think with the more experience that I have, I think the better each competition will get.
Okay, you're still young. What at what age did you start skating? Take it up.
I started skating when I was about 3 years old.
Whoa. Oh,
Yeah,
so that's a long time. And
yeah,
you're how old now? 14?
15.
15. You're 15. 12 years. Okay. So do you still remember your first major competition in the sport?
My first like major competition. Mm, probably it would probably be Nebelhorn
Oh, this
because
one?
yeah, because it was my first time ever competing internationally. So
Okay, so it's your first time competing internationally. You said it
Mhm.
yourself. What was going on in your mind before the actual competition or during the preparations?
I was just really trying to focus on myself and take everything one at a time. But I think I was a little bit nervous because I had a lot of pressure on me. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can imagine it. First, I didn't know that. This is your first. So, what were the things you learned from this? I mean, what did you pick up? I mean, from the ones you saw that you competed with, what did you see?
I was really trying to focus on, watching the athletes that have been, that have had a lot of experience competing internationally, watching them, practice and warm up and, running their programs on official practice ices and, really taking everything in from watching them skate and perform. And yeah, I learned that, I need to control my nerves better and, perform better under pressure. So yeah.
So, was there anybody in particular that you competed with that caught your eye? I mean, impressed you the most?
hmm Definitely, probably Alyssa Liu. She represents the U.S. and she was amazing to watch at Nebelhorn.
So, did you pick up any ideas from her or something?
Yeah, she's really consistent, and her artistry and like her components are really good. So I'm gonna try to work on that.
All right. So, well, overall, how would you rate your performance? I mean, it's a different level, but personally, the best one to assess your the performance is you. What? How would you assess it?
um, the short program, I would say it wasn't my best short program, but it was pretty good for what I did. And then the long program, there was a few little mishaps, but I am learning from my mistakes and I'm gonna try to do better at my next competition. So
So are these lessons that you learned from your experience with Neville Horn something you're gonna bring into your next tournament and tournaments thereafter?
yes, definitely. I really think the more experience I have, I think the easier it'll get because I'm not used to going out and competing internationally yet. So I think just with the more experience, it'll become easier.
Sophia, if you don't mind me asking, I think this is your mom is already also with us. Um,
Yes.
I just want to get a little background. Where are you from in the Philippines? No, you. I mean, if you can answer. Oh,
Oh,
all right.
okay. I think she said that she was from San Juan. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
really?
I think so. Yeah.
San Juan in Manila?
Yeah.
Oh, we're practically living in the same area. That's where I live. In San Juan.
Oh.
Okay, that's
Little
nice.
Baguio.
Oh,
Batis.
oh, you're even nearer to me.
Malapit. Malapit ka na Pacheco.
Oh, si ano, si
I'm from St. John's.
Okay. That's ano, the counselor, si Consi.
Yeah, si Vincent. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
he knows me.
So Vincent's younger sister is my best friend.
Oh, okay.
Ace.
I asked him. How about Sophia? Have you been here? Has Sophia been here in the Philippines? Have you been here? Okay. Any plans?
No, not in the near future. Probably after COVID when they don't have any more quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working in LA while she's training in Colorado.
Oh, okay. So who's overlooking Sophia right now?
My dad.
Oh, your
Oh
dad.
no, Lola.
Ah, Lola. Oh, okay. So, okay. So you're keeping tabs with Sophia from there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm only here like maybe once or twice a week, in a month
Okay.
working. So I go back and forth Colorado and LA.
Mom, can I ask you how proud are you with Sophia?
Oh, I'm very proud of her. This is everything that she's worked hard for, you know. I hope this is what she wants because now it's kind of like her job. I keep on telling her that this is not recreational anymore. You know, she has a country behind her that, you know, looks up to her and little kids look up to her. So she always has to, you know, be an example or set an example, you know, and make the Filipinos proud.
So I'm just curious. I mean, I've been following the Philippine Skating Union. I have a lot of friends there. So, but Sophia somehow entered the picture. Can you run us through how you were able to connect with the PHSU?
Well, Christopher Calusa,
Okay.
Christopher Calusa is a Filipino, and he skates for the Philippine Skating Union. He's from San Diego, and you know, my skating is very small, and we just started talking about the Philippine Skating Union, and he introduced us to Nikki,
Oh, okay.
which is the president of the Philippine Skating Union.
Nikki Cheng, yeah.
Yes, and then from there we kind of like just started talking. And then, it just kind of progressed from there. She invited us to join a virtual competition. And after the virtual competition, she invited us to compete with Alice and Preciosa. And like the guys, they were trying to look for somebody to send to Nebelhorn. Sophia just won. That's how she got the assignment for Nebelhorn.
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised. I mean, I've been talking to Adrian, and then I find out that Sophia's here. I think someone tagged me. So, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I was curious about Sophia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When I gave birth to Sophia, I was still Filipino.
Oh.
That's how she got her citizenship. Yeah. So she has dual citizenship.
In one of the TV interviews, I was telling Sophia, I was the one who made the questions.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm very close with the team of PTV Sports, so I help them out. Sometimes they have So.
Yeah, we love PTV Sports like Chaos and Sean and Ira Dalla. They're so nice, and they've been so supportive to Sophia.
Yes.
That's why sometimes
Sophia likes them.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sophia,
Well, you are very good then if you're giving them like really good scripts.
no, I'm just a good friend.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I won't say I'm good. I'm
Uh,
just a good friend. Willing to help out for as long as they highlight athletes in the right way. I mean,
oh,
like
that's cool.
Sophia
Yeah.
and Adrian. I want them to get the right exposure, not just the Philippines is all about basketball, boxing. These are the sports that they only pay attention to. Um, like
Yeah,
this.
that's true. That's true. They don't have an idea about like, like the winter sports.
Hmm.
And it's actually nice to kind of like highlight that, like we have like athletes that actually do winter sports.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, that's why I'm trying to do my part. That's why I wanted. Well, I'll admit I didn't have anything. I didn't have that good knowledge with skating. But when I started to interview people and talking to the heads, well, improving. I'm not gonna say I'm good, but I know the terminology now.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's a very hard sport.
Yeah.
So, like Sophia's been in it for since she was 3.
Well,
She was part of like the international selection pool of Team USA. We just switched federations like maybe a month ago
Mhm.
because of Nebelhorn.
wait. One thing that I know about the sport is that I've talked to parents here locally. It's an expensive sport.
Yes.
Very.
Okay, so even with that, you let Sophia pursue it. What pushed you to really push her for that?
Well, my husband was a junior Olympian for skiing.
Oh,
He raced. So he is very familiar with the winter sports.
oh,
He we used to work in hospitality. Like he used to work for the Peninsula Hotel
mm-hmm.
when he was in LA. But when he saw that Sophia was actually getting serious in the sport, and I have another girl that
Okay,
actually skates as well. So I have 2 girls that skate. My husband worked in the ice rink
okay,
as a coach in the Pasadena Ice Skating Center. And Randy Winship, the GM of Pasadena, um, gave like the employees or the coaches children like free ice.
okay.
So that helped us a lot because we don't have to pay for ice.
So,
So
so,
Sophia could skate as much as she wants.
oh, nice. Is it
Yeah.
okay? Can I ask the name of Sophia's father?
Noah Frank.
Noah Frank.
Noah Frank.
He's also your coach.
No.
No,
He's just
no.
dad.
He's not
He
even.
coaches hockey.
Oh,
He
okay.
coaches hockey.
But I mean, even if he's not a coach, does he give Sophia tips or guides or something, especially on the ice? Not necessarily about skating.
I think it's more edges that
Mm-hmm.
he probably gives Sophia tips because he can't jump.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I think Sophia can probably teach him now, but it's totally different. But the advantage is like, like what really makes it expensive is you actually pay for ice every day.
Yes. Mhm.
You have to pay for like 4 or 5 hours of ice.
Oh,
And like when we were starting, we can't really afford all that. Like we have to like split coaching into maybe once or twice a week when we were growing up because we were just trying to make ends meet. And Noah working in the ice rink really helped us because then that was a huge bulk of the expense. It's paying for ice. It's like $15 every every $15 for an hour, and you practice maybe 4 hours a day. So if you
oh,
compute that into a year and years and years, it's almost like a mortgage payment.
yes, yes, that's true. Wow,
So
that's
that saved us a lot of money.
yeah. But did Noah have any influence in Sophia taking up interest here in hockey in
Sophia can answer that.
Okay, Sophia, can I ask, did your dad have any influence in that?
I mean, yeah, I guess I would say yeah. I mean, he's the one that really got me started with skating because I think what he told me was like on his off season, when he was skiing, he would play hockey, so he always was doing, like winter sports. And I think he really influenced my sister and I to, start skating and doing it competitively.
Those, how many are you in the family? Just two sisters?
There's five of us.
Okay, so
I'm the middle child.
oh, okay. How about your older siblings? Do any one of them skate or have anything to do with?
No, it's just me and my younger sister.
Your younger sister is the one next to you, right? Or the youngest?
Yeah. Hmm.
How old is she?
She's 13.
Any plan? Does she compete also, or any plans of competing?
I think so, hopefully.
What's her name, by the way?
Natasha Frank.
Oh, Natasha. Same name as my daughter, Natasha.
Oh, really?
Okay. So, Sophia, aside from hockey, is there any other sport that interests you right now?
No, not currently. I mean, I don't really have time to watch any other sports or, take interest in any other sports. I'm really just focusing on skating.
Okay. Aside from skating, what keeps you busy, and what do you do aside from studying, of course?
Mostly I just do school, to be honest. But, when I have the chance, I usually just go out and hang out with my friends.
Okay.
I like reading too, so yeah.
You're not in the social media thing that these people do on TikTok, on video, or whatever they do, vlogging or something like that?
I do spend like some of my time on TikTok and like Snapchat and Instagram. So
Okay, may I ask what you do? Do you sing? Or you dance?
no. I do have a skating account though on Instagram, and I post most of my skating videos on there. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. So, looking ahead, aside from this upcoming tournament in Finland, I mean, oh wait, by the way, with that tournament, how do you think your Nebelhorn experience will help you in that upcoming tournament?
I'm really, just gonna try to focus on what I learned from Nebelhorn and really, putting everything that I learned all together and, implying it on my skating and my performance. So
Are you planning to do anything different?
I think what do you mean, like routine wise or like
Routine.
okay.
Routine.
I think I'm gonna try to, stay more focused and, really focus on myself and trying to be more consistent. I've been, working really hard this week to, try and build up my consistency. So I'm really hoping that it all plays out.
Oh,
This is going to be a really tough competition because, we're lucky if we can actually get into like the top 10 in this one. We have the Russians.
Oh.
Like the best Russians competing in this competition. So this is a really big competition. So it's going to be actually fun for Sofia because she's going to be able to see the Russians that are doing quads. And you have the Koreans, the Japanese. So like the people that are probably going to be in the Olympics are going to be here.
Oh.
So
what's the name of the tournament again? The official name?
It's Finlandia Trophy.
Oh, yeah. I think I heard of that. Nice. Trophy. Then after that, are there other tournaments lined up for you, or are you gonna take a break until 2022 comes in?
I'm not sure what I have after Finlandia Trophy.
She has. She's gonna go to Croatia. For a junior event to get some points to hopefully get to the Junior Grand Prix. She got into four continents, which is another championship. Like her score in Nebelhorn qualified her for a championship. So this is another big competition in four continents. Unfortunately, this was scheduled for, I think, in China or Beijing or somewhere.
Uh-huh.
They canceled the event in Asia, but I think they're looking for a location in Europe to hold the, or Europe or somewhere else, to hold the
Not
four
Europe,
continents.
not
Probably they're
Europe.
gonna probably do it in the States again, like last couple of years, because they're not doing any competitions in Asia.
Oh yeah.
So I think she has one. I think she has one. She has three or four more that's going to happen because she needs the points to get into the worlds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Given those things, I mean, Sophia, given you're skating, you're competing, you're training, you have to travel, and you're studying. How do you balance all of that?
Um, I think time management is really important. I mean, at first it was really difficult to balance school and skating, but I got the hang of it after, like a year after my freshman year of high school. I started, getting the hang of balancing out school and skating. So.
Okay. And I am assuming that with the better you get, the more competition you have, it's gonna be tougher. So, are you ready for that?
Um, I think so. So.
Okay, so, do you see yourself doing anything outside of skating in the near future? I mean, especially when you get older.
I am really into law,
Oh,
so maybe a lawyer in the future, hopefully.
even more impressive how you can focus on. I mean, to take up law requires a lot of reading and everything and focus. I mean, that's gonna be something. It's quite a challenge for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so uh, so Sophia, do you think that the Philippines or mom, if I could get your points here, one of the usual things that people here ask is, being a tropical country, the Philippines is having a hard time recognizing the sport or seeing skaters, developing skaters. I'd like to get your take on that. Maybe Sophia first.
Uh,
Like the Philippines
Yeah.
developing skaters local.
Yeah.
Is that your question?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
the reason why I think the Philippines is, like they can't. It's very hard for them to develop skaters in the Philippines itself is because of the lack of you only have like very few ice rinks first and
Yes. Yes.
foremost.
Mm.
And then, like the kids are, like I'm a Filipino mom. They're really focused on in school. We actually realized that if you want to really get serious in the sport, you actually have to be homeschooled because Sophia trains almost 6 hours a day.
Mm.
And that's her job. Like her job is to be good at skating. That's what she does. And the coaches here have experience in the Olympics, have experience like in international competitions, which I think we don't have coaches like that right now there. And then we don't even have an ice rink right now. I think
Yeah.
none of the ice rinks are open.
Yeah. No.
So it's really hard for the Filipino skaters to even like continue. But thankfully we have Coach Palm
Mhm.
that actually helps. I think he's doing like Zoom classes with these
Yes.
skaters to just do off ice with them, just to keep the skill.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually have some friends whose daughters. I don't know. I would like Sky Chu. I talked to them. They're
Oh
having.
yeah, Sky.
Yeah.
She's here. She's here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good friends with his dad, Smith. Smith Chu.
Ah.
We go a
Yeah.
long way.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like skater dads.
Yeah. Well, so I get some of the updates on what's happening in skating right now from him. Was able to connect me with. Well, he helped me be acquainted with skating, the PHS.
Yeah, like that's the hard thing, like they didn't have ice rinks. We were lucky in Colorado that during COVID, I think they only closed for a month or two.
Mhm.
And then they were actually able to open the ice rinks for the U.S. athletes or the international athletes to actually practice in the Olympic Training Center. They limited the number of people that can come in. So only athletes and coaches are allowed inside, and they were masked. So we were able to kind of like, we didn't have any like incidents of COVID.
Mhm. Okay. Well, well, let's hope for the best. I'm hoping. Have you already gotten your vaccines? Jabs?
Yeah.
Yes. I work in healthcare.
Oh,
So I got my
okay.
vaccine January when they first allowed all the healthcare workers
Mhm.
to get vaccines.
Okay, that's
And
cool.
Sophia too. When the day that they allowed teenagers her age to get vaccine, all my kids got vaccinated. All of
Uh,
us.
I see. Healthcare. I didn't know that. You're also in healthcare. No wonder you're in LA. I've been talking to a lot of people. How are things there over there right now?
In LA, I think like in the beginning, it was hard. It's like New York. It was very hard hit.
Mhm.
I was in LA a lot because I was helping the clinics. Like building the testing, the COVID testings, and then eventually the COVID testing became the COVID vaccine centers. Um, because LA is LA
Yeah.
and New York is New York, I think we have the most number of people vaccinated
Mhm.
because of the government. Yeah.
Sophia, how tall
So
are
it's
you?
almost back to normal.
Okay.
Huh?
I
I'm five. I'm 5'4".
5'4" of you. So this I gotta ask here because some people are asking, Mom, you can also answer. Does Sophia have any plans of entering show business?
That's I I used to be in show business, so
Really?
it's I was binibining Filipinas.
I didn't know that also.
1990.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
I'm like
think
one of the only ones in San Juan. Yeah.
I think I should interview you also one of these days.
No,
Okay,
it's like
given
it's
that.
not my time. I am done. I am done. It's all Sophia now. Yeah,
Okay.
I used to be binibining Filipinas, Maha during the 90s, and I'm from LaSalle, and I put
Oh.
myself through school by modeling.
Oh.
Yeah, I did close up
Interesting.
white with JV Gayo, so I was with PMAP, so I did a lot of modeling, and I did ABS-CBN when it was still open with Tita Angge, so I did a lot of teleserye when I was there. I did a couple of movies too
There are a
with
lot of
Bong
things I don't know
Revilla and
about
Joy
you.
De Leon.
I'm very surprised. Okay. What do you think, Sophia? I
That's
think that
okay.
I should interview your mom also, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Given that you said it yourself, you were a model, you were a former beauty queen. Well, I don't like this former. You're a beauty queen, and now you have a beautiful daughter. Will you allow her to go that route?
No, I'm just kidding.
Why?
It's no, it's really up to her.
Okay.
It's her focus. Like it's her time to shine,
Mm-hmm.
and like wherever this brings her, all my wish for her is she, like she does her best in her skating,
Mm-hmm.
and if that skating brings her like endorsements and all, like opens doors for her to do some other things, then like we'll just follow the lead of the Lord, and if that's the God's will, and that will be done, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the path where she's going, so she wants to be a lawyer. I support her. Um, were doing skating, hoping for endorsement so she could put herself through school. That's my wish for her.
Okay. How about?
Because I put myself through school, so.
Interesting. How about you, Sophia? I mean, Sophia knows all of this. What you went through.
I
Do
mean,
you know what I went through?
You know, I mean, the modeling thing, the beauty pageant thing. Are you aware of that, Sophia?
I mean, I want to say it's kind of like the same thing, you know, doing competitive figure skating and, you know, being like a beauty queen, you know, like the struggles I think are very similar. So I mean, yeah, I guess I could say I get where she's coming from.
Okay. So, given a chance, would you follow it?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, that's something
She likes the
interesting.
camera.
Oh, that even better. I mean, it's something that people, well, like your mom, I'm sure when she did it, it wasn't really a long term thing. I mean, I just read it for the fun of it.
Yeah, she should experience that. But she has done like a couple of things here in the States.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's done commercials here, and she's also done like a short film.
Okay.
So
Do you have
she
clips of
liked.
that?
I think. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, and you're getting paid for it, right? Good. Good money, sideline. But well, not really full time, just part time. I mean, on your, well, funny I should say that.
Yeah. They also do some shows here, which is fun.
Interesting. That's something I didn't know. Do you still have clips of that? Of those commercials?
Which one? The one
Anything that Sophia did.
Well, the one that the other one that she did, she didn't. She was kind of like just a support, so they didn't really even show her. She was just like a skater in the background.
Oh,
but the other one was a short film that was actually done by one of the MTV, like John Legend's video, was the same director. And it was his project. It's called, I can forward it to you.
Yeah,
like some of the clips that it's really, really cool because it's like, you know, like, it's a different like perspective from shooting. It's like he used drones before even drones were even popular for shooting. So it's a cool film.
Those are very. I learned a lot of things from you today, and so sadly I'm gonna tell PPP. I'm sorry, but I only found out now. That's the good thing I wanna do when I'm talking to people because I love to unearth things, and that's something. I mean, your revelation, you being a former beauty queen, and now your daughter is also somewhat into that. It's a possibility, right? Just I don't know.
I think she'll love to like have a movie or like she's like, you know, like there's a Korean skater that Kim Yuna that has like all this endorsement. She's like very excited to get like a commercial or something in the Philippines, you know. That would be nice. That would be a good experience for her. I had tons of that when I was there. That's how I survived. I think I did over 500 when I was there. So it will be fun for her to experience that because I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah. I mean, well, Sophia's only 15. Maybe in a couple of years, she may consider it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, she has to focus on skating first.
Yeah, skating first. Yeah, I mean...
She has to earn her stars.
True. Well, you're starting to. I mean, the media here are loving it. I don't know... Well, I just don't know if that was it. But at least it's the right attention. Okay, so I guess that's about it. I'm Sophia, would you agree with me? I need to interview your mom one of these days.
Yes. For sure. She loves
You're
to talk,
funny.
So she loves to talk, so I that would be really good.
I'm teaching Sophia how to interview. She's still shy, you know, like she still doesn't know how to tell stories. And I think as she like gets more interviews, then like she will get better in doing that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and the fact that she loves the camera is already an advantage. Anyway, so I guess that's about it. And I got a lot of information from you today, Sophia, and your mom.
Yeah.
I got a lot, and that's something that nobody knows here. So I'm gonna write that. Anyway, before we,
you're
I love doing
Thank
those
you.
things, of course. So before I end this, Sophia, any final words to anyone who watching, or you want to do shout outs or market anything? Now's your chance.
Sure. Thank you to all my coaches for supporting me and being there with me through thick and thin. Thank you to everybody that is non-skating and are supporting me. All my followers on Instagram, thank you. And just a big thank you to everybody who has been supportive this whole time.
Who's your main coach? And if you have to
Thank
thank
you.
Philippine Skating Union,
Thank you.
What's the name of your coach?
To Tammy Gamble, she's my main coach, and I've been with her for about almost 5 years. So thank you to her for all the advice and the coaching. I appreciate it. Thank you for kicking my butt. Thank you to the Philippine Skating Union for all of the amazing opportunities you've given me and all the amazing opportunities yet to come.
And who's funding you?
What do you mean? Who's funding?
What's the mall name? What's the mall's name?
Shh. I forgot what
it's in your jacket, Sophia. SM City Malls.
Thank you
Shumart?
to SM City Malls for funding me and supporting me. Thank you. There's a lot.
There's a lot of. I'm not surprised you have a lot of supporters.
Yeah.
And that's gonna get.
I told her to make a list. I told her to make a list of everybody to
I
send.
know.
It's gonna get longer, believe me.
Yes.
And you're gonna have thank you to Tito Bobby Yalung and every PTV Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're just here to help. Anyway, Mom Preciosa, is it possible for you to open your cam?
Oh, I'm in the car. I'm like, it's so
right.
dark in here.
Anyway.
Yeah, I came from a meeting. Yeah.
Okay, so I
just parked myself and there's like no light.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to interview you also because I'm very interested in the things that you told me. Anyway, you want to thank anybody, Mom?
Oh, I just want to thank, like Mr. Hansi for supporting Philippine Skating Union and the athletes. Without the support of Shumart, I don't think we're going to be able to do all this international competitions. For the, Philippine Sports Commission, Philippine Olympic Committee, Congressman Mike D has been helping us. Bombo Tolentino, Chino, there's a lot of people like around us that are, working behind the scenes to just get all of these done.
Okay.
Sophia doesn't worry, and she doesn't know anything about that. But just to make this possible, there's like tons and tons of family and friends that are helping behind the scenes to just get all of this done.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe you can just send me their names. I'll just put them in the credits after the video.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Certainly happy. Oh, Mom, I want to ask you something. Sophia already told me about her younger sister. Are we going to see her also compete in the near future, or are you pushing for that?
Yeah, she's also a very good skater. She won regionals like before COVID. So I'm not going to be surprised if I see both of them competing against each other. Maybe like not in the near future, but maybe like in 3 or 4 years, probably in the next Olympic cycle.
Mhm.
they're going to be both there, and I'm going to be cheering for both of them.
Yeah. Well, that's the dream. So I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
I've taken up much more of your time, and I'm happy because I've been able to dig up a lot of information, especially from Sophia. Okay.
Yeah, for having me.
Thank you.
In these uncertain times, when health and cleanliness are the most important factors of the day, where germs and viruses are everywhere, when all hope is lost, it's great to know that there's one cleaning company that stands above the rest. Clean Patrol is there for you, to serve you in all your cleaning needs. Clean Patrol designs and caters to your needs, whether you are a big or small business, private home, vehicle, or even post-construction. Clean Patrol has agents ready to serve. So what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone and call now. Operators are standing by. You can also check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Go ahead, tell them Tony sent you.